With 3 away goals at Benfica, I'm not that worried about our Champions League match today, which means it'll probably go to penalty kicks, and who knows what's going to happen there. The game I am worried about is Nantes. They're a tough squad. We're still near the top of Ligue 1, and beating them would go a long way to securing a top 4 finish for certain. That and the youth intake today. My name is FM19, and this is the Ritornu Gloria with SC Bastia, episode 119. Yeah, so we had our youth intake, and I recorded it, and I forgot to switch over my my scene on OBS. I clicked it, and I didn't pay attention to see if it switched. So, you know what? We're going to have to go here to the under 19s and sort by age. The Ligue came in through last year, so can I sort by potential? We have to sort by potential. So the 2 good ones were Gautier Jordan and Graziani. And they've both got some potential. Jordan's physicals are already really good. His mentals, they're not bad. The positioning of 3, it's going to be a bit of a job to get up. But then again, he's 14 years old. So he's definitely got 3.5 star potential. Graziani, also 3.5 stars. He's got potential as well. His mentals rather aren't near as good as Jordan's are. His technicals are a little bit lacking as well. But then again, 14 years old. After that, you got to go all the way on to Blondeau, who was one of the ones they said was, you're going to be one of the better ones, and he's just his mentals and technicals they're way too low. I mean, half-star current ability. Then again, 14 years old. I had a lot of 14 and 15-year-olds. I didn't have any 16-year-olds. And then that's pretty much it. The one thing I do like is that Blondeau's professional, Jordan's balanced, Graziani's unambitious, but that's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that's going to happen. Ligue came in last year, and this kid has potential. Holy cow. If I knew I could get away with it, I'd start him in a couple of reserve games. But for now, he is just going to stay on the U19s. So yeah, you 2 professional at work. Watch yourselves. Jeez. The one thing I was positive of this year was that we were not going to have a lot of shutouts. The good news is we're making up for that by beating our opponents by scores like 5-1 and 5-1 and 7-0 and a lot of 4-1s and stuff like that. After Benfica, we were away at Guingamp, took a Kaplan goal in the 19th minute to see us through. We were then home against Toulouse. We absolutely thrashed them 4-0. Brace of goals by Kaplan, a goal by Tomasi, a goal by Pichon. And then against Nîmes, just right after the youth intake, we absolutely shut them down 5-1, a goal by Kaplan. Pichon, a hat-trick's worth of goals. Mercurio, a goal. He doesn't score all that often, but when he does, it's kind of nice to see. League-wise, for the moment, we are in first place. Well, we were in first place. I take it back. We got 2 games in hand. We're a point behind Monaco. Kaplan, 30 goals across all competitions this season so far. 7.67 rating. Gerardo, 12 assists. Kaplan, 8 Players of the Match award. The other nice thing is, especially with that hat-trick's worth of goals he just got, Pichon has 13 goals in Ligue 1 and 17 across all competitions. So he's 4.5 star current ability. He might hit that 5-star potential. I don't know. But it's the final nail in the coffin for Werner. As much as I like Werner, as much as I want to like Werner, he's 23 years old. He's been stuck at 3 stars since we got him. He's injury prone. And we might be able to get value for him. I don't know. But he's just, I got Valet on the team. I got a couple other young strikers that I can bring in. And frankly, if I can turn around and sell Werner and get anything close to the money I paid for him, the 75 million euros I paid for him, I'll be happy with that. So we've got Benfica at home. And I think we've got this match in the bag. That said, I'm playing my best 11. My best available 11, I should say. And we'll be back with that match in just a bit. And this is the team we are starting today. Kazan goal, Rivera, Valencia, Curran, Flores is the defensive back four, Mercurio and Hawk as the midfielders, Gerardo and Tomasi as the attacking midfielders, Kaplan and Pichon up top as the strikers. I have a lot of midfielders with a lot of niggling injuries that are the sort of, they'll be back to health in 1 or 2 days. And I figure, why risk it? You know, Hawk can play a decent midfielder. Everyone else is playing in their best positions. And I think we'll be okay. So in the player of the month voting last month, Tomasi came in first, Kaplan came in second, Ramirez curls it high, and Pichon came in third. So we swept that. That was nice. A little bit more match fit than they are. That's nice to see. Ramirez curls it wide left. Svilar sends it up. Robert taps it down. Gerardo gets it. Over to Hawk. Back to Gerardo. He drives forward. He's got help. He does. Robert crosses it in. Pichon's there. And he heads it in. Far post. Well done, Bastia. I think he was one of our first youth intake players when we started the save. He and Valet came through at the same time. William Tabalde takes the shot off the post. Flores back to Kazan, sends it forward towards Pichon. Back to Tomasi, but the ball's intercepted by Guedes. Balerdi gets it. That's the end of the highlight there. You know what? We're going to come off the attacking and go to balance. There's no reason to be attacking. We're 4 goals up. Balde taps up to Vandakis, curls around, takes the shot, and he skies it over the crossbar. And that is halftime. 8 shots, 4 on target for us, 6 shots, 1 on target for Benfica. We are doing really, really well, and so is Lyon. They are ahead of Porto. Really quiet game, not a lot of highlights. And I'm okay with that. Well, 60 minutes in, we're going to make a couple of subs here, I think. We're going to get Kaplan off and bring on Valet. We're going to get Tomasi off and bring on Gagliardi. You know, a quiet game, and I'm okay with that. We're 75 minutes in. I'm going to make one more sub. We're going to bring Pichon off, bring on Werner, get him a little bit of playing time. Almost no action in the second half. Benfica's had, well, I can scroll down here and check. 2 more shots. We've had 2 more shots as well. Well, 3 if you count that one. Vandakis, corner kick in, knocked away. Kazan has it. Nice save. Rolls it out to Hawk, and that is the game. A quiet game, which I am all on board for, and we beat Benfica 4-1 on aggregate. Well done, guys. I don't want to say that was a workmanlike effort, but frankly, it was a workmanlike effort. They never really challenged us, especially after we went up 3 goals. And we received $9.5 million for reaching the quarterfinals. Do we know who we're playing next? Quarterfinal draw is not just yet. So we've got Nantes coming up here in a couple of days. They're a good squad. They're 4th in Ligue 1 at the moment. They've not exactly been our bogey team, but they've always given us a tough match. The one thing in our favor is Eden Stanek is out. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to get by them without any issues. So we're going to be back with our match against Nantes in just a bit. Well, not a lot different this match. Resting just a couple of players, but I've also got enough depth on the bench that if I want to pull a couple of players off and save them, should we get to a big enough lead, I can. Kazan in goal, Duhaji, Valencia, Curran, Flores as the defensive back four, Rashidi and Barrero as the midfielders, Martinez and Tomasi as the attacking midfielders, Kaplan and Pichon up top as the strikers. Duhaji on the throw-in. Towards Kaplan, it's knocked away, Rashidi runs it down. All the way out to Flores, over to Tomasi. Crosses it in. Martinez is there. Pichon, Rashidi, top of the box, and he scores. Wow, that was well done. I don't think he has 4 goals this season. 2 of them would come from distance. 2 of them would come off set pieces, if I remember correctly. Coming up on halftime, it's been a quiet game. Other than the goal, there haven't been any first half highlights. We've had 5 shots, 3 on target. Nantes has had 8 and 3. But the team's doing well. They're healthy at least. Now, having said that, watch, Kaplan blow a knee out. Rashidi drives forward over to Barrero. Up to Tomasi. Cuts cross. Martinez stops it from going out of bounds. He crosses it in. Pichon's there over the crossbar. That would have been nice off the opening kickoff of the second half. And that's been the only highlight so far. We are 60 minutes in, so we're going to make a couple of changes. Tomasi's going to come off, and Valet is going to come on. We'll leave that for now. We'll make another change here in a couple minutes. We'll go to 75 minutes here to make our last two changes. And that's 75 minutes. Wow. You know what? I stopped writing a highlight, but let me do this now. Kaplan's going to come off. Werner's going to come on. And we're going to get Flores off and bring on Ballack. Flores. Oh, loses it. Flores gets it back. Crosses in. Kaplan's there and he scores. And I'm pulling him off too. Okay. Ballack on the throw into Barrero. Rashidi top the box, takes another shot, pushes it wide left. Okay, 2 goals in one game for Rashidi would be, cause for an investigation. But he is turning into a heck of a midfielder. Valet sends it in. Duhaji's going to run it down. No help. Holds it up. Tries crossing it over, but Ludwig steps in front of it. It was a soft pass. I think the Nantes players just kind of stopped him. Erlenberg to Laurent. Oh, Kazan with a nice block. Pushes the ball wide left. Corner kick in for Nantes. Vozilla. Barrero knocks it away. Erlenberg gets it back to Vozilla. Crosses it in. Knocked away again. Another Nantes corner kick coming up. The dog's acting nuts over there. Van Overeem. Ball gets kicked away from him. He's going to throw it in. Sully. Down. Ballack knocks away. Goes right to Van Overeem. He crosses it in again. Barrero knocks away. Martinez can't get to it. Ludwig has it. Back to Gil. Oh, Duhaji knocks it away. Up to Werner. He holds it up. Back to Barrero. To Martinez. Back to Werner. That was an interesting graphic there. Werner crosses it. Duhaji. To Werner, and he scores. See, then he does stuff like that. That makes me think maybe we should keep him. I think it's going to depend on who's available. Jose, top the box. And it's a free kick because of the penalty. And that is the game. A solid 3-0 victory for us. We move 2 points ahead of Monaco with a game in hand. Solid all-around performance by the guys today in both games. Not a lot of highlights. This episode's not going to be very long. Leicester, for some reason, are pulling a Chelsea. They're coming to almost every match now, or they're expressing an interest in Kaplan, who's still an elite striker. He's not a wonder kid. Well, the owner loves the club, but I'm not seeing where he is on this. Vichai is a legend. They've been doing really well the past couple of seasons. Ourselves, on the other hand, we're doing really well this season as well. 2 pretty solid wins. I can't complain about either of them. Both shutouts, both beginning to end victories. We're playing really, really well. We just need to hope that Monaco doesn't catch up to us. PSG is not going to catch up to us unless we absolutely stumble. They've had too many draws this season. PSG is doing in this game what they've done in almost every game I've played where I've played a French team. They get to a point where they get old, and then they start buying players left and right to replace the old players, and it just doesn't work out for them. Why he is not a world-class player is beyond me at the moment, but, it's FM being FM. I think it's possible next episode we will do a triple live comm. PSG in the Kudu League final, and then whoever we're playing in the Champions Cup quarterfinal, home and away. That sounds like a plan. So, everybody stays healthy. I think we will have a good chance. This Monaco game is going to be key. If we draw or lose against them, then the rest of League One gets really, really interesting. But we're coming up to the end of the season. possibly the end of the series, even if we don't win the Champions League. I don't know. We're getting to the point now with work and everything like that. I'm looking at going down to just 3 uploads a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If I can do more than that, I will. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and do some editing in that on Wednesdays. But we will have to see. It's the first time in a day or two I've actually had time to sit down and actually, A, been able to record, because B, I've wanted to record. So we'll have to see how much longer that goes. It's middle of August right now. FM20 announcements coming up soon, and then the beta drops when? September? So we might be able to get another season out of this. Even if we win the Champions League and League One, then yeah, I'm gonna call it. If we win the Champions League but we don't win League One, or we win the Champions League again, or we win League One again and don't win the Champions League, well, long story short, any combination that doesn't include us winning the Champions League and League One, I'll try and squeeze another season out of this. If not, we're just going to play it by ear. So, if you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM Jellico. I thank you for watching Return on Gloria with SC Bastia.